Hi everyone, I'll just get straight to the point. I wanted to explain why I haven't been on any Super Panic Frenzy videos or on social media whatsoever in the last 2 weeks. As many of you know, my stepdad has been battling lymphoma and leukemia for the last 8 months, and I actually received a call on July 2nd that his cancer has come back in full force, and that he only has 2 weeks left to live. So Mike and I dropped everything. We flew back here home as soon as possible, and that's what I've been doing. I promised myself that I would devote all of my attention to him and my mom and just being with my family, which is why I haven't been on anything, and I'm sorry about that. His condition worsened at an alarming rate, and his cancer coursed right back through his body, and he went into renal failure. And the doctors had to start him up on morphine, and he was responsive for the first day, but then they had to increase his morphine dosage to make him more comfortable, and he became less and less responsive, and he slept more often. Although he was essentially asleep, the doctors and the nurses encouraged everybody to continue talking to him because he can still hear us, and he would sometimes respond by like blinking his eyes or like squeezing our hands or trying to move his lips a little bit to kind of show us that he was listening. So that was nice for a while. His sister, who was supposed to be his original bone marrow donor, who he's very close with, decided to fly in from Japan as well because of the dire situation, and we kept telling him how many more days until she would arrive. And we kind of were trying to keep him there so that she could see him and talk to him one last time. Then she finally arrived, and she stayed with us overnight by his side, and she shared a bunch of great stories of them in the past in Japan, and it was really lovely because it's something that we otherwise wouldn't be able to experience. And then the next day he took his last breath. I wanted to share this experience with everyone because although it was one of the most painful and trying times of my life, I found it miraculous and beautiful that he truly waited until his sister arrived. You know, you listen to the doctors and you keep talking to him and you wait for his responses, but you don't really know if it's actually just random twitches or not. But the fact that he really waited until she got there proves to me that he was able to hear us the whole time. So that gave me a lot of strength to deal with what happened. He was an incredible man. He was the reason why I was able to go to college. It's always been just my mother and I. Single mother, single child. She raised me all by herself, and when college came, I was so paranoid to leave her alone that I would come back every single day, and I was ruining my GPA, like literally day by day, just because I was scared to leave her alone. And then she finally met Taki, my stepdad, and they were so in love with each other that I finally felt like I could really leave the nest and that she would be safe because he was there. And I loved him so much. I love him so much. He gave me everything. He gave us everything. He gave us a life. And I'm very aware that I have no obligations to explain my situation to anyone, but this was honestly, for me, this was therapeutic for me. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna stay here just a little bit longer to make sure my mom is okay, because I'm paranoid again. But, so just bear with me for just a little while longer. Thank you so much for your support and kind words and thoughts and prayers. They definitely reached us and gave us strength. Thank you.